do not want to be in as a Terran player. And look at this planet world is actually being brought down to its knees by the mutants that are doing some very nice work, while both players expanding to the gold, and none of them actually noticed it yet, because nobody cares about these Zenag watchtowers. It looks like they do not care about the Big Brother is watching achievement, but no, the mutants did scout out this gold expansion, and they were just too afraid of those missile turrets. Looks like they're going to make a second run, yes, no, they are still too afraid. And what is this? Oh, it's just an overseer dying miserably, and some banshees being killed by the banshees. Excuse me, by the... what are they called? By the... mutalisks. I'm sorry, sometimes I get this amnesty little thing. So right now, if... let's have a quick look at the income stats. So it's still pretty even. I mean, we have to consider the mules. I mean, the Zerg are having the advantage of some sort because of the expansions, but the mules are really giving the advantage, giving the chance to the Terran to stay in the game. Another planetary fortress, which is going to secure this area, but still, it will hurt that he will have no mules. And there we go, another attack force from the mutants, and there are. Well, they are being Raven being constructed, but there are not enough missile turrets to defend his main base. And look at this, this is going to be the disaster. But there we go, 4 is here, raining rockets on those modelics, and it was enough to scare them off, because 4 is the ultimate counter to those mutalisks. Look at the 6 plus 2 versus lads, so that's 18 against the mutalisks, and it actually has you know, the area of effect damage, so this is pretty powerful. And those are actually 4 rockets, so the mutalisks are no match against 4s, ladies and gentlemen. The only problem is 4s are not as agile as mutalisks, not even by half, so micromatch, they can still be a very serious threat, but if they run into a 4, they will be reduced into a pile of ash in a second. And in the meanwhile, as you can see, Matt is still expanding, but the difference has evened up a little bit. Now it is once again going into the Zerg favor, but it's still kind of close. And so Corrupt is going on while the greatest power is being morphed. Where is it? Well, there it is. So we are going to see some Broodlords. That's right, yeah, that's how they are called. So this is going to be painful, because they really can mess with the enemy's AI, and this is just devastating to the Terran player. I love using those guys against Terran, so I know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And right now, it's kind of sad that the fusion core was destroyed before any battle cruiser could be created. I mean, they wouldn't be used too much in this matchup, especially against the Corruptors. And oh my, 7 Broodlords, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, here they are, just on the radar scan. Not the best place to morph your Bloodlords, but it is not going to deal any advantage to the Terran, as right now they need a huge load of Vikings to deal with that, and the Vikings are going to be countered by the mutants. But so, oh my, I'm so curious what Psycho Bee is going to do against that, because look at this, Broodlords, Mutalisks, and a lot of Zerglings, because the Zerg player has no idea how to spend all those crystals that he gets by making mutants and Broodlords that are mostly gas dependent. So an army of Zerglings followed up by mutants and Broodlords that have insane range. This is GG, but there is an even bigger army of various. What are they going to do? Hunter Seeker Messes, they're going to look at this! This was an Armageddon, and all of the Bloodlords actually survived. So this is... whoa, this was a very, you know, visually effective attack by the Ravens. It is very sad that actually none of the Broodlords that died, they all have like 7 HP or something, but this was just not enough. Wow, this was so cute. It was like watching Ragnarok or something. Vikings finally coming into play. They should be able to pick all those Broodlords one by one if they focus fire. Come focus fire, do not fight the mutants. Kill all of those Broodlords. Kill them, there's only 4 of them. No, they are focusing on the mutants. More Hunter Seeker Misses, but they are not going to be able to hit anything. And the achievement for the Zerg is going to be actually in place. Look at this. This is way too slow for the mutants that are simply running away. And it's so sad that actually nothing decided to kill those Broodlords. And those Ravens looked awesome, but I wouldn't say that they're the best counter to, you know, Broodlords. They are more like, you know, designed to counter masses of small units, maybe harass, maybe stop fighters from firing. And there we go, boring planetary fortress that is not being even repaired. There's a lot of forts that are not so effective against those. And more Hadassika missiles, there we go, finally some explosions. But still there's a lot of brutal support coming in. More Hadassika missiles that are not going to deal any damage at all. Oh, this is so awesome. This is an epic game. But it is a GG to for the Zerg. I mean, for the Terran. I mean, the Zerg is going to win because look at this. This is epic times beyond, and there's nothing that could actually stop those Brulets from devastating the opponent, because they really mess up with the Marines, and the Marines have no way of defending against those guys. Well, now they're too close, and they're actually going to suffer a little bit from this Sunker Hitter Missile. Yeah, Sunker Hitter Missile is actually going to hate those Brulers and deal some damage to them. Sunker Hitter Missile, I should remember that text because it was pretty epic. And now the haters are going to fire the force, which is not the best idea, and the Terran is trying to expand just to show how awesome he is, that he can still win this game, which I doubt. He's doing a really nice job, but it's not going to be enough. Army loss, definitely not in his favor, though it's kinda close, I must say. And so Zerg is just going to run by and, you know, cause the opponent a little bit just to be annoying. That's how cool the Zerglings are. Some more upgrades coming in for the medevacs, no idea why, because there are no medevacs and almost no infantry in the game. A couple of Marines, but this is really not a lot. And they do not have any upgrades, no, they do not, only a couple of the basic upgrades, so that's not really a big deal. Why does Zerglings have no upgrades at all, but they are going to have this adrenaline glance or whatever. And oh my, those Marines are so dead. I mean, they already have their rest in peace stones. There's nothing that can save them whatsoever. But the Ravens are in play, and they are actually destroying the Brulers. Why destroying themselves? Because they are in the range. Now they're spawning some auto turrets, much better idea than, you know, using Hadassika missiles. But oh my, sorry for the code. But there we go, Corrupt is going into play, going to annihilate all those Ravens, and oh my, Zerg has such a huge air dominance in the game. In this game, they are going to win this, no problemo. Once again, using the famous text. And the force is actually trying to shoot on the Corruptors, but the Corruptors are no light units, so they just ignore it because that's how awesome they are. Meanwhile, the Brulers are trying to run away from the force. One of them is not going to make it, the rest of them is actually going to do so. No, they are not. They caught between the sandwich and the hammer, and that's probably the wrong way to say this, but the sandwich and the hammer still sounds pretty awesome and epic and stuff. So there's nothing else that the Terran player could actually do, in my opinion. I mean, look at this. He's got all the counters he needs. He's got the Marines, the force. He was even trying to make some Vikings, but he's not going. It is not going to be enough. Nothing is going to stop those Corruptors, those Brulers, and those Mutas. And I'm going to drink some water for a second. So my apologies. I'm going to switch to the camera. And this shows us nothing because, oh, actually it works on math, so that's interesting. I can drink right now. Okay, I changed my mind. It does not work on math. So there we go. Terran actually making a counterattack, finally trying to turn the tides of the battlefield, because defending they would have no chance against the opponent, but they still have no chance against the opponent because there's too many Zerglings for this long siege tank to kill them all in one shot, especially if it is shooting the spine crawler. And there we go, it is actually being destroyed, devastated, and burned into the pile of ash. Another fort trying to bust his way through the opponent's army, but it was not enough, and the Terminator is down. So there's a wolf statue that is actually standing in, showing how cool the wolves really are, while the broodlings are destroying the refinery for the good of the all. So, well, I know that I'm repeating myself for a very long time right now, but I have really no idea how the Terran could come back into this game. It's very nice that it's still in this game. I would not expect it to last for this long, but every second he's in the game is even more increasing the gap between him and the Zerg. I mean, well, this is interesting. They both have the same amount of Havras account, so it's kind of random.